this lecture, let's see another example with different locator types. Before going to that, did you guys prepare the script for assignment? Okay, let's see the script for that for now. So, assignment is write a program to display the alert message on console when clicking on OK cancel dialog with a long message button, right? So first you need to identify the locator for OK cancel dialog with a long message button. So you already identify the locator for app and alert dialogs, right? Now we need to identify the locator for OK cancel dialog with a long message and then get the alert message. So in order to get this alert message, you need to identify the locator for this alert. Okay, so after printing this alert message onto the console, you need to click on OK button. So for that, you need to identify the locator for this OK button. Okay, so this is the script for this assignment. Now let's automate another scenario, that is open app. Click on app, alert dialogs, and then click on list dialog button. Okay, and then click command 3 option and get this message and print this message onto the console. Now let's see the code. Create new class, list dialog, okay, copy the code until opening the application. And also you need to write the implicit wait command, right? Now first step is we need to perform click action on app. So we have already done until this, right? So we need to copy these two statements from previous example. Now we have navigated to the alert dialog page. So this is the alert dialog screen. Now we need to identify the locator for this list dialog. Okay, to identify the locator for list dialog, first you need to open the UI Automator viewer. And then click on device screenshot. So it is capturing the screenshot of this app. Now click list dialog button. Here now you can see text equal to list dialog, resource ID is select button, content desk value is list dialog. So you can use text path with the text attribute or ID. So let's see whether this ID is unique or common for all buttons. So progress button, right? Radio button, checkbox button. So list dialog is the select button. So this is the unique locator. So we can use this resource ID to perform click action on this list dialog button. So driver dot find element, mobile by dot id, place that id with the value of resource id and then click. So small l, right? Now we have clicked on list dialog button. So is there any other way to perform click action on that? So you can use the text attribute, right? So you can build the XPath using this text attribute, and also content desk. You can use this value uh, using accessibility ID. So you can also use content desk value with the accessibility ID. This is the content desk value. You can use any of these two. So comment it. So you can use content desk value as well. Okay. Now after performing click action on list dialog button, third step is to perform click on command 3. So now you need to identify the locator for this command 3. So go to UI Automator Viewer and click on device screenshot. Yeah. Now click on command 3. So here you can see text equal to command 3. Resource ID is text 1. Okay, there is no content desk value. Now let's see whether it is unique resource ID or not. Okay, so text 1 android colon id slash text 1 android colon id slash text 1. So here resource ID is same for all options. Okay, now text command 3. So command 2. So text equal to command 3, right? This is the unique value. So you can use XPath with this text attribute. So now to build the XPath, so we need tag name, right? That is class name is the tag name, right? Now driver dot find element mobile by dot XPath. Now tag name is android dot widget dot text view, and then our attribute name is @text equal to value. So here what is the value? Command 3. Dot click. Okay, we have successfully clicked on command 3 option. Okay, now we need to get this message. Okay, now let's go to UI Automator here. Click on device screenshot icon. So the screenshot will get refreshed in few seconds. So now click on this alert message. This message. So unique value, you can use android colon id slash message. This is the unique ID, or you can use text attribute. Okay, so resource ID is unique, so you can use this resource ID to get this text message. So driver dot find element mobile by dot ID. Okay, now you need to get the text of that pop-up, right? So you can use get text method. Now it returns some string value, right? So this returns some string value, so you need to hold that value in some string variable, string message. Now print this message onto the console. Okay, now that's it. But here if there is no resource ID value, now how can you get the text? So how can you get the text using this text attribute value? So this is the text attribute value, right? So now how can you build the XPath? So you can use a starts with, right? So let's see driver dot find element mobile by dot XPath. So tag name. So what is the tag name here? And .widget.text view is the tag name. and you can use starts with @text, comma. So you can here you can give some starting value. So you can give use selected. So instead of giving complete message, you can give some partial starting text. So let's give use selected. Now dot get text. So you can use this XPath as well to get the pop-up text. Okay. So now let's run the script and execute whether the message is displaying in the console or not. So before that we need to start Appium server. And then close this app. You can see the logs here. Yeah, you can see execution has been started. Click on this dialog and then command 3. So you can see the message you selected to command 3. So the alert message got printed successfully into the console, right? Now let's say how to print the dialog values. So let's open the app. Alert to dialogs, list dialog, and then uh, how can you print these 4 values into the console? Okay, let's print these 4 values into the console now. So to print these values you need to get the locators for these options, right? Okay, go to AI Automator here, click on device screenshot icon. See, you can identify the locator for each option. So text equal to command 1, resource ID is text 1, ID is common, text 1, but here header title resource ID is different, right? Now by using this resource ID you can get these 4 options. Okay, or if you don't have resource ID value, how can you identify locator, or how can you print these 4 values using this text attribute value? Okay, let's see this approach. First let's identify the XPath using this text attribute value. Okay, so command 1, command 2, command 3, command 4. So in all 4 options command is the common one, right? So now let's create custom XPath using this text attribute value using starts with. Okay, so we need to place this code before clicking command 3, right? So after clicking command 3 this pop-up will get closed, right? So for that, before clicking command 3 you need to identify the locator for all the options. Mobile by dot XPath. Now attribute name is android.widget.text view. box with @text attribute name, comma, common value is command. Okay, but here we need to call find elements method, right? So driver dot find elements of place the text box. So it returns list of Android elements matched with this X path. So here there are 4 Android elements matched with this command. Okay, now it returns list of Android elements, right? List of Android elements. So you need to hold that 4 Android elements into one list of Android element in some reference variable. Import list class from java.util. So now this list reference variable contains all the locators of 4 options. Now we can print those values using for each loop or for loop. Now we can use for each loop for simplicity of for each Android element. Let's give some name item and list. Now print the each value item dot get text. Okay, item dot get text. Now let's run the script again. So this connection got closed, so you need to start again. Close this app. Now let's run the script. Now in this time, so first 4 options from the pop-up will be displayed onto the console, and then click on command 3 and then get the message and print it onto the console. Next test and test. You can observe the execution. See, command 1, command 2, command 3, 4 options are displayed, and then click on command 3 and display the message. So you can see command 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 options from the pop-up are displayed, and then after clicking command 3, so these alert message is displayed. Okay, so this is how we can use different locators to perform different actions. Okay, and the next assignment is single choice list. Go to single choice list screen and then display all these radio options. So write a program to display all the radio options are shown in single choice list pop-up. Okay, and then click on OK button. Thank you.